mobile game. I'm effing and blinding now. You started me off. You've lit the touch paper, haven't you?
Here comes the rant. 3, 2.
The countdown's already gone, mate.
Capcom's Street Fighter V is the latest case of grabbing gamers by the ankles and shaking them until all their money's on the corporate bathroom floor. This comes even after the game's controversial launch back in 2016. Now, would you believe it, they are smearing ads all over the game that you've already paid for.
When the game first debuted, fans were met with a limited roster and no campaign mode. Basically, all but the bare bones of the game trapped behind various paywalls. The game was relaunched in 2018 as Street Fighter V Arcade, a package which came with almost all of the previously denied content. However, as of the 11th of December, players will now be subject to sponsored content, otherwise known as in-game ads. But don't be confused, this isn't a free-to-play mobile game or any sort of shit like that. This is a full-price AAA game. In a blog post by Capcom on December the 6th, Capcom said sponsored content will be introduced into Street Fighter V Arcade Edition on December the 11th. Sponsored content will be displayed in several locations in-game to remind you about costumes, bundles, and the Capcom Pro Tour.
How kind of them to remind us.
That is very kind of them to remind us.
So kind. Here's even more crap you can pay us for.
Yeah.
Oh, they're great.
You've already paid for the game. Just as a reminder, you can pay for more of the game that we held from you in the first place because we're just such kind bastards.
The ads will function like real-world sports sponsorships, where teams have a brand or logo embossed onto their kit. For example, classic fighters like Ryu will have the logo of the International Fighting Game Tournament Series, the Capcom Pro Tour, pasted over his gloves as an ad-style costume. The ads will also be seen in certain stages on banners and billboards, and will also crop up in loading screens. But don't worry, Capcom have assured us that they won't impact loading times. Well, I mean...
That's reassuring.
Yeah,
that's reassuring, isn't it?
Bugger up the load screens.
I mean, the rest of the game might be shite. It might be filled with shitty microtransactions.
You can get to that shite quicker.
I mean, you'll get there quick though. Don't worry about that, guys.
This really seems to be targeting the newcomers because they're currently running a week-long free trial to expose more people to the game. Publishers do that a lot. They'll often release a demo after the fact to kind of drum up interest once again. But the fact that this is in the full version, the paid version, is bollocks.
Yeah, you can understand if this was just the free version because that you've got to monetize it some way. The fact is that people who've paid full price for this game are now having to put up with these ads. And that's bullshit. That should never be a thing. The fact that some of the content is even behind the paywall to begin with. Just fuck Capcom, honestly. Just fuck them. Just fuck Capcom.
And even on a practical level, the characters look fucking stupid. Ryu, one of the most iconic game characters, one of the most iconic fighting game characters as well. He's there with his gloves and that, and this big thing slapped on there.
Like the Pro Tour thing,
literally, it looks so dumb. There's like a little insignia, a little badge of the Pro Tour thing, like a football jersey or something.
Like the real life sportsman with like sponsorships and shit. That's not what it is here, Capcom. You're just trying to be a greedy bunch of bastards.
Nothing more immersion breaking when I'm trying to be a street fighter covered in corporate brand logos fighting on the street and there's corporate sponsorship ever. Now that's immersion. That's law right there.
Next level.
Streets of Rage next, and they'll have fucking like bullhorns shouting shit. Popcorn, get your popcorn here.
Hot noses, ocelot spleens.
Free pretzels if you pay for the game.
Foam fingers.
Yeah, right.
Capcom have made it clear that the sponsored content can be switched off in the settings, saying if you'd rather not see sponsored content, you can easily turn this feature off by going into battle settings, which sounds perfect. You just opt out of them. However, if the player does disable them, they will not receive additional in-game currency known as fight money. So in other words, fuck you.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
As with other in-game currencies, you can use fight money to purchase in-game items like costumes and characters. But, as usual, you can get even more fight money if you just pay for it with your real currency. Players who subject themselves to receiving the ads will also receive bonus fight money, effectively penalising those who don't want the ad nonsense cluttering up their screen. This serves to incentivize enabling the ads, which makes sense for Capcom from a business perspective because it's free advertising for them. But it's not free, right? Because you're getting the money. It's not fucking real money though, is it?
It's a pile of bullshit is what this is, and people might say it's just cosmetics. What's it? It's just cosmetic microtransactions, and you can just ignore them and play the game. You can't ignore them because they're right there smacking you in the fucking face. That's not how this works. And you for trying to justify this bullshit. This shouldn't be on our games. This shouldn't be in full price games. If you want to make a mobile game, make a mobile game. I'm effing and blinding now. You started me off. You've lit the touch paper, haven't you?
Here comes the rant. 3, 2.
The countdown's already gone, mate. It exploded in my head about 20 seconds ago. But it's just bullshit. This shouldn't be in full price games. If you want to make a mobile game with mobile economy, do that, right? Don't stick this in a game that you've charged people 40 quid for. Or if that is the case, you want to stick this in a AAA game, don't charge for it. Just don't do it. It's ridiculous and this shouldn't be justified. And for those of you out there, I've said it just now and I'll say it again, those of you out there who are justifying this bullshit, saying it's just cosmetic, right out of this industry. I don't want you here. F off.
Fuck off. It's such a lovely pair of words.
That was over the... I don't even care about
I've
Street
not
Fighter.
seen you get that worked
I don't
up.
even care about Street Fighter.
No.
I just care about these little shits coming here, pretending like, oh, it's all right. I like this game, so microtransactions are fine. They're not. They never have been fine. Fuck off. Go and play mobile games. This isn't gaming news at this point. It's just gas ranting, isn't it? It's just gas
that's what it is, isn't it? Like, they don't come for the news. They come for the rant, and maybe they'll learn something interesting.
People like the games that they like, but don't try and tell me that microtransactions are fine in games like this, because what they're doing is they're bending you over and you're enjoying that, okay? Because they've chopped off some of this content out of this game and they've said, oh, you can have all this content, all you have to do is watch these ads, pay some extra money, do these extra things, give us extra money so you can have this extra content, these extra bonus content. It's not bonus, it's not extra. They've chopped that off. They've taken that out of your game and they're giving it back to you and they're serving it up on a silver platter and you're eating that shit up. Stop doing it and stop saying that it's okay, so that people like me and Henry have to put up with the shit in the industry. Just stop it.
Stop it. Get some help.
It's like a steam tray. I don't know where these come from, you know. They just get fucking go out there and...
Your brain's not involved, it's just coming out straight out. What the fuck are we talking
Let's
about?
rant it in a bit, eh?
Right, where's the... The angle that Capcom are trying to peddle this is that they reward you for watching them, but really that's just another way to say we're punishing you for not watching them, and that's bullshit. Why are you punishing your own player base for not wanting to sit through your fucking ads just splattered all over the screen?
Your paying player base, your fans, the people who
insulting.
paid you money, people who have already given you money, and we're not even talking about the potential here of the third-party marketing that could come in later down the line. All right, this is a slippery slope argument. Oh, doesn't mean that this is going to happen. But if there's a way of making money out of it, you fucking guaranteed that they're already thinking about it.
It sets a dangerous precedent that could be followed. Microtransactions, they're already a fucking cancer on the industry, but they're probably not going away anytime soon. EA really like them, Activision really like them because they are effective for making money.
They'll get away with it so long as we allow them, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what the point of this video is, and that's the point of me ranting, to wake you the fuck up. Not you, because you know what I'm talking about, but you little fucker that's about to say, oh, it's alright, it's just microtransactions, it's not, fuck off and fuck you, wake up, this is bullshit. I'll stop ranting now. But we thought of, never stop ranting, guys, we've thought of some better ways, right?
Yeah.
For them to make money out
lucrative
of this
business
franchise.
opportunities.
They could just, like, some of the characters could be moonlighting as other things. And I thought, like, a dance troupe, they could do like a street dance troupe, like a street fighting dance troupe, like diversity or something, because they are quite diverse. They're
very diverse cast.
So they could be diverse too.
We all know that being a cam girl can be very, very lucrative, and empowerment to women. You use your sexuality to be your strength.
Right, I'm not sure you're going here, right? There you go.
The Cammy, the character whose entire outfit is a red beret and like a singlet, she could be a cam girl. Okay. I'm sure there's a big market for that. Just ask Pornhub. The icon of the series, Ryu, he could be doing fitness videos on YouTube or something. Nike's got Just Do It. He could be Just Ryu It or something.
Honda, because he could work in a sushi bar, delivering all the sushis with his fast hands, and like Chun-Li could be could do the can-can.
The can-can, because she's all high kicks and
she could be a can-can in the West End. That's what she can do. Any other suggestions? Leave them down below.
So Blanca, he's meant to be an Amazon warrior, and he's meant to be like quite fast and mobile. Mm-hmm. So he could just do your Amazon deliveries. He could be a little delivery driver for Amazon. That'd be great.
That works.
So much money to be made.
So much more potential other than fucking people at the arse, right? You don't have to do that. You can just
You don't have to.
be imaginative.
Games like GTA have used ads as a form of satire for years now, because they've got their Sprunk Cola, which is a parody of big companies like Coke and Sprite. So they do it through the lens of irony, and that this is exactly the kind of thing they're taking the piss out of. But Street Fighter have done it genuinely. It's really weird.
It is what it is, isn't it? At this
Not
point.
my Street Fighter. What's the fucking
Hashtag not mine.
hashtag? Not my Street Fighter. That's the one. Not my Street Fighter.
So that's it for your daily bullshit gaming news and daily Gaz rant. Hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed it. Hit the bell if you want to be notified of when we release these videos again in future. And we will see you again in the next one. Until then, bye for now.
Because she's a soldier or some shit. I don't fucking know.
Fuck you.
You.
Just fuck Capcom. Can we say that?
You've done it.
Fucking have.
One of us could be photoshopped to look like Cammy, because isn't that one of her stances or something? She's like,